The Pivot Podcast is coming to Exit 81. They're coming to Grambling, like they said, and the announcement has been made. We're going to talk about it and how big it is for the G-Men after an offseason that was kind of crazy right after the bumper. What is good people? What is good people? My name is JeffLightsyJr here with the Black Balls channel and Victory Formation. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and notification bell because we upload every single day. Now, the Pivot Podcast, hosted by Fred Taylor, Ryan Clark, and Channing Crowder, are coming to Exit 81. Yes, they are coming to Grambling for the spring game, as they told Coach Hue Jackson that they would on their show, on the Pivot Podcast. Now they're coming to Exit 81. They're coming to check out the G-Men, and they're coming to the spring game. Let's take a look at the flyer that was released by the Grambling football program, by Grambling Athletics Twitter program. Twitter page. Let's go ahead and look at it. It says, the Pivot is coming to Grambling State, Grambling football, black and gold spring game, Saturday, April 2nd, Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Stadium at 2 p.m. Game featuring Ryan Clark, Channing Crowder, and Fred Taylor. Not to mention, you can stream the spring game on HBCU League Pass. Also, Grambling will have a pre-game podcast, a pre-game show, a pre-game featuring Ryan Clark, Channing Crowder, and Fred Taylor, not to mention athletic director Travion Scott, not to mention head football coach Hue Jackson, not to mention President Rick Gallant. That will take place from 11 to 1. So they got a full day with the guys from the Pivot. This is huge. This is big. This is a big deal because, one, there will be recruits that are committed, signed, and will head to Grambling this fall. Two, there will be future Gramblinites that will be on campus and get a chance to interact with football players, get a chance to interact with NFL guys, get a chance to interact with the Pivot Podcast, one of the hottest podcasts in the world right now. Three, this is big for everything. This continues to shine a light for HBCUs and specifically for Grambling State. We understand that Grambling had a hell of a recruiting season, right? They signed 38, 39 guys. They were riding high with Coach Hue Jackson announcing that historic NIL deal. All of these great things. And then there was the Art Browse stuff. And depending on what side of the fence you stood on, it was kind of shaky for a little bit, but they got past that Art Browse thing, and now it's time to look forward to the spring season. The Grambling guys have been working their tail off during spring football. Grambling is ready for the season, or getting ready for the season. Not there yet, but they're getting ready for the season. But what a way to kick off for the fall by having one hell of a spring game that features one of the most popular podcasts in the world, and former NFL players, and who knows who else will come through. Like, these are just the guys that we know of. We know that the pregame show will take place with the Pivot Podcast. These guys, RC, who works for ESPN, who does a great job, Super Bowl champion, Channing Crowder, great businessman, hell of a character, funny personality, and Fred Taylor, who was a borderline NFL Hall of Famer, one of the greatest Jacksonville Jaguars. I think he's the best Jacksonville Jaguar of all time, one of the best running backs of all time, 10,000 yards rushing, etc., etc. Like, this is a big deal. This is huge because, like I said, it's great for recruiting. It's great for exposure. It's great for the school. It's great for the university. And it gets the university back in a positive light. I know the university took a big bashing with the Art Browse, both nationally and locally. A lot of people in the sports world gave Grambling flack for the Art Browse disasters, what I call it. Whether you like the Art Browse hiring or not, in the end, the whole debacle was a disaster. And this puts a spotlight back on the great things that Coach Hue is doing at Grambling with recruiting, with the way he's developing these guys and getting ready for this fall season that is supposed to be a great fall season, that is geared up to be an exciting fall season. And what way to get ready for an exciting fall season than kicking it off with the Pivot Podcast? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. The Pivot Podcast is coming to Grambling. They're coming to Exit 81, and I can't wait to see it. And I don't know, I might be there myself. We'll have to wait and see about that. We will have to wait and see about that. Once again, my name is JeffLightsYJr with the Black Boss channel in Victory Formation. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button on your way out, and I will see you next time. Peace.